Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have one of the kind of sadder titles yet to go and make, where it seems like the PlayStation 5 scalpers are unfortunately back in business. Now, if you guys do or do not know, there actually was a brand new Spider-Man bundle and a lot of really limited edition things that came out as of today. This includes a controller, this includes the brand new disc and digital covers, and of course, the console itself. We're gonna go talk about this, talk about the drama, talk about the part 2 that's going on right now, which is not the funnest, because once again, we are seeing scalpers kind of back in the flow of things. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. Give me your thoughts and comments on all the scalpers, obviously down below. We have the Twitter and Twitch if you want to follow, and of course, well, just thank you guys all so much for clicking on the video in the first place. So, boys and girls watching the video, it is a rough one because it's never a fun time when limited edition things come out and they are instantaneously sold out. And today we had a little bit of a somewhat both issue and not really issue ongoing. A few kind of things to know. So in case you guys are still trying your best to go get the brand new console, you can still technically still buy the console. At least from what I've seen, there is a few pre-orders still available as of this second for the normal console bundle. This is for the pre-order for the Spider-Man 2 $600 bundle, which as you guys can see over here, at least on my screen, you can still add it to your cart and check out. As well, there's also a few other different things on, say, even places like Walmart. So just in case you guys are really, really into this, you guys can still go pick up all this type of stuff, which in all honesty is actually kind of a good bundle, at least in my opinion. Like, I think the bundle itself is not bad, but obviously a lot of people that are scalpers or botters, etc., well, they don't really want to go and spend the $600 because then you have to open it up, which definitely gets rid of the resale value. A lot of the times when you have a PlayStation 5 console as is, you don't want to have two of them. And of course, if you open up everything individually, you're not really making as much money. Just in the perspective of all the scalpers. But some of these are still available. Some people were having issues though, so it may be on off depending, but it does seem like Walmart and at least PlayStation Direct as of the second do have these consoles available. But one of the sadder things is that right now, it looks like the covers are actually the really, really big thing that a lot of folks are actually harping on and scalping on. Now, obviously, some folks are also trying to go and re-scalp up the consoles too, but it seems like the outside plastic covers have been the big hot commodity that Sony apparently just did not make enough of, and that's where the basically scalpers are majorly hitting. So right now, if you guys want to go on most websites, it does seem like the controller is in stock. The PlayStation 5 wireless controller is in stock for a lot of various places. This probably will be in stock for at least a little while, depending on just how everything is. I think even the God of War controller was also available for quite some time. Like, it was actually up for a pretty decent amount of time. And this one is the $80 controller bundle itself. If you guys want to pick it up, it should be on the PlayStation Direct 2 as well. I can double check really quick. Actually, no, it's actually sold out over here. But on a few other various places, it is going to be available as well. But as you guys can see, this was a little bit of a doozy today. So besides the controllers and consoles and stuff like that all being available in the bundle, it looked like these covers are actually rough. So if you guys know, there is a disc and digital edition, and right now the digital edition was instantaneously sold out. It was gone. It was gonzo within like 2 seconds, and that was pretty much like remnant of the old PlayStation 5 restock drops, if you guys remember being along those routes with me. Now, that was kind of sucky. I think a lot of us want to go obviously have our consoles. The digital consoles are still like being made pretty well, although the disc edition has been the major big seller. But it sucks because basically the digital edition was never really available. Right now as well, you guys can see the normal PlayStation covers are also sold out, and same with the controllers too. If you guys want to get the collector's edition, you also probably can, but at the same time, all the covers are the big one. And it's crazy because even looking through some of these listings, they actually are available over here online, and scalpers are coming back in full throttle, which is obviously never the funnest thing to go and see. So obviously someone over here has the console itself, and they're trying to go and relive like 2020 prices, if anything, where they're now trying to go and sell this bundle for $1,000. Granted, and thankfully, this is probably a little bit on the extremist side, and there's probably not going to be people buying this for $1,000, maybe in a few years or so if the game does sell phenomenally well. Obviously, it is a limited edition console with the controller and covers and all that, so it is like there is merit there. There is like a wanting there. People want it, but I don't think it's going to be that hardcore for $1,000. But if you guys also going to go through some of these other things, people are trying to once again like try to sell the controllers over here for $280. That's ridiculous. I mean, especially because some of the controllers, you can still do the pre-orders on places like Walmart and other various places. Although today is the very first day they're out, some of these things probably will end up selling out at some point in the near future. Now, this one has $118, which I don't want to say is a better price because, well, Number one, I don't use really support scalpers, and number two, you can literally go buy in other places, but there is kind of a big deal with that. Now, for some odd reason, though, these covers are the things that have been popping off. As I mentioned, like these are just like really like maybe way more limited edition than expected, and as of right this second, this one is listed for $205. But one of the bigger things to note is that people have actually bought it, apparently. It looks like there's 2 available / 1 already sold as of right now, and it does seem like anyone who wants to go and sell these disc covers are apparently getting way over asking price. Now, as I was kind of looking and doing a little bit more research and just trying to find general listings, it seems like that going price was like $150+ just for the limited edition disc covers alone, which I think is absolutely insane. So a lot of scalpers were probably kind of salivating at the chance to get all these limited edition drops, because number one, that's just a pretty easy profit for kind of doing nothing. And number two, it is limited edition, and limited edition is always where people kind of get their, their jimmies in a bunch. And it's crazy because people have actually apparently bought it. Like, we've actually seen some of these listings ready to go pop on off, and some people have apparently gotten their stuff. Same thing too as well, some of the controllers, like this person's trying to just go get a bidding war going on for the 99 cents. Here's another controller for the $130. And of course as well, some of these other pre-orders too, say for the Target one. Like, some people are going insane on these price points. They somehow got the order placed as of today at 10 o'clock at Target, and as you guys can see, they're trying to sell it for $1,150. That is insane. Like, these scalpers, they got gusto. Not the good kind of gusto, but they got the gusto over there. And well, I'm just, geez, like, that's a lot of extra money. Right now, like, maybe with the limited edition, I can maybe see some folks out there maybe paying extra money for it, but I don't think this is going to be a $1,200 console. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you can still maybe get some of the pre-orders going on like right this second, but as I mentioned, some folks are having issues / out of stock errors were popping out. So, I mean, it can kind of go either way. But it sucks because these things are, like, out here. Like, people are seeing this stuff. There's even an article for it, or like we're seeing these things, that these covers are already being popped off. $222. $218 or best offer, $200 or best offer, $198 or best offer. And the one big thing is that the digital editions were basically non-existent. As I mentioned at the start of the video, the digital editions were basically sold out instantaneously, and not many people I even saw that were trying to go get it even got it in the first place. I myself, if I would have got the console cover for $65, you know what? I would have bought it. I would have been okay with it. I would have put it on my console. Probably would have looked really cool. I would have been okay with it. But sadly, no, I'm not going to pay $200 plus shipping, depending on all these offers as well. It's just not really worth my time. Though, granted, it is a limited edition console, so I'm kind of curious if you guys think that adds a little bit more extra gusto or not. Spider-Man was a really good selling console. If you guys keep things maybe more in the collector's aspect, like the retro side, maybe just because it is going to be one of the better selling games and probably one of the more iconic PlayStation 5 games, I can maybe see it being a little bit more of a, well, better long-term game. But at the same time, I would never pay this much money. Like, these scalpers are ridiculous. And even if you guys kind of go through some of like the comments on like the overall community, people like are just calling out these scalpers was like scalpers, aka the scum of the gaming community. Sony just make more faceplates and then go and screw over the scalpers. Yeah, that's how I'm thinking. Like, I'm not sure how Sony has gone through all of these big like drops, these big like everything's, even the PlayStation Direct. So they know, they've done the Hogwarts and the God of War controllers. They should know what's going on. They should understand the stuff is. And people are being like, yeah, Edge is being so dumb to go and spend $200 on a piece of plastic. There's a reason scalpers exist. It's because you have people willing to spend that money, which is kind of true. Like, even if you guys want this stuff, wait and see if PlayStation maybe does another wave, because people are obviously not happy about this initial drop. And as well, at the same time, why do you want to give like $200 to someone else? Like, it's just not really worth it for them to go make money off of people just being desperate. And of course, too, a lot of people are saying, like, even at the $65 price point, it was already overpriced. I think it was overpriced at $65. I think the console covers are definitely a little bit overpriced. But at the same time, it's custom made, makes sense, limited edition Spider-Man. Like, I'd probably pay it. Like, why not? I'm a little bit of a PlayStation fanboy. I don't mind. And yeah. I think that's a lot of money that people just don't want to spend the money on too as well. And people are trying to go and push the anti-scalper thing. Like, if you don't buy from scalpers, they won't sell. And well, yeah, then they could have to sit on it. But it makes me sad because I like the limited edition stuff. I love seeing this type of stuff. And the fact that some of these issues are still popping up, and even the disc covers we can't do that much about, makes me sad at the end of the day. Like, there's always going to be something now plaguing all these really big shoe drops, or Xbox drops, or phone drops, or PlayStation drops. And at the end of the day, I just want to be able to go and buy things I like. Like, I really wish PlayStation would just make enough. I know, like, it's supposed to be limited edition, but at the same time, people get upset. People get, like, some people have to go and work, and they can't just go and sit there the second it goes live, or have to go compete against bots, etc. Like, it's kind of hard to do. So I'm a little bit disappointed on it. I myself couldn't get one. I didn't try that hard, but I did try a little bit. If you guys got one, though, congratulations. Let me know if you guys did, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. Keep on the lookout for the websites to see if it comes back. We leave Twitter and Twitch down below if you guys want to follow. We have all the Amazon links, too, if you guys want to check those on out. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place. And, of course, please don't scalp.